Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second broadcast for IC Buzz. You might notice a few of Coach is way too pretty for us not to have him on camera, so we changed some things up. We do have a better view of the field this evening, but we thought it might be fun to see some of the reaction. Coach going crazy up here based on some plays. But please let us know how sound is, how audio is. We appreciate all the feedback. But we got a good game for us tonight. We got the Irion County Hornets against the Spur Bulldogs. We are in Blackwell, Texas this evening. Went by what was the place we went to today?
Blue Agave.
Terrific food, by the way. In case you're in Blackwell, Texas, got to stop by Blue Agave. Shout out for those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, just excited about the game today. I don't know if you're on our YouTube channel, you probably saw we do have an interview up of Coach Harrison, Wyatt Morris, and Tyler Henderson. They kind of spoke about last week, which if y'all tuned in, it was one heck of a game. I mean, it was down to the wire, 14 seconds between Hornets' victory and defeat. But overall, I thought it was a terrific first game, and now they're really excited about coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, no, to be there, hopefully we did it justice by having y'all be able to listen in, but oh my goodness, it was exciting, and took it to the wire. It didn't end up the way that we had wanted to, but you know what? Next week, new week, and we're here and going to come out strong.
Yeah, what a great game to start out the season with. Obviously didn't come out the way we, perfect situation would have liked, but what a great test for the Hornets. And everybody don't forget, it was number 10 versus number 11. That's what the game's supposed to be. It's supposed to come down to the wire, and it came down to the last 14.5 seconds. And Hornets gave it a valiant effort. Very proud of them. Looking forward to tonight against the Spur Bulldogs.
Absolutely, it's going to be another good game. And just before we get started, guys, I just want to say a little prayer, as we always do on this broadcast. So if you do, bow your heads for me. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you in thanks. Thank you for letting us live in this great country where we get to enjoy this unbelievable game we call six-man football. We ask your blessings on the game these young men are about to play. Give them the courage to play this game in a manner by which their words and actions honor you, Lord. Please watch over and protect all of our student athletes participating in tonight's game. And once again, I just want to give thanks for everything you do for us. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
And I'm excited. This is going to be another great game. Oh, we got national anthem going. So. Play ball, fellas.
Mighty Hornet Band.
Yeah, we'll get y'all. I know a lot of folks couldn't make it to tonight's game, but we'll make sure we get the halftime show. The band's first performance of the year is going to be tonight, and we'll make sure our audio is down there so we can catch all the goodness.
I sure look for the Hornets to clean up a lot of the stuff that went last week, and look for them to come out pretty strong against Spur Bulldogs tonight. They put in a lot of time. It's on a short week, got after it pretty quick, and taking nothing away from Spur Bulldogs. I can promise you this: with their coaching staff, they are always prepared and ready for battle. So looking forward to a good football game tonight.
Sophomore Brandon Gardner-West. Number 3, also
calling out the
Joshua Ortiz. Number 5.
Different rosters right now, so we'll wait for them to finish up. TJ, by the way, in case you happen to be lucky enough to be in the audience tonight, got a new voice of the Hornets, TJ Hill.
Number 10.
Voice of an angel. So it's going to be terrific. We're looking forward to this.
So some would say voice of a baritone. Man could sing you a night song.
If he does treat us to a song, I promise you're gonna enjoy it.
Number 20, senior Dominique Pugina.
And please, I know we might have a bigger audience tonight, but we did appreciate, and Chad can definitely attest to a lot of the feedback we got from everybody on last week's broadcast. So we tried to make some adjustments. Hopefully, video quality is quite a bit better. Audio. Now that we're in a box, we also have electricity, so hopefully we don't have to end the game with 14 seconds left. Hopefully it's a little better this week. But no, we're excited. Looking forward to it.
And now for your 2023 Irion County varsity roster, number 1, Daniel Crutchfield.
Coach, good luck to y'all tonight.
Big blocker heading up top.
Yeah.
Gonna call it from above, that is.
Look at that athleticism going up that ladder.
Number 5, a senior, Tyler
All right,
Henderson.
new superintendent, Dr. Moore.
She is keeping
She
an
is
eye on
making sure
us.
we don't get in trouble here.
6, a junior, Grady Jackson. Number 7, a senior, Wyatt Morris. Number 8,
No, I
a
got you.
junior, Luke McDonald.
Coach taking a little hiatus for a second, but just calling out the. You want to go through the rosters there, my friend?
Lord help. I might have
know.
to ask my He's not saying yeah to me. He's
No,
saying
no,
yeah.
I got you. I got you. So on the Bulldogs this evening, got number 1, Preston Abbott. Number 2, Brandon Garza. Number 3, Joshua Ortiz. 5, Dalton Howe. 6, Ace Walker. 10, Margarito Vecina. Number 11, Slider Bateman. Number 12, Willie Ortiz. 15, Jager Zarate. 20, Dominique Vecina. 21, JD Hamilton. 30, Adrian Garza. 52, Stephen Holm. And 55, Emmett Roden.
Oh, good job. Good job.
I try my best.
I think you did awesome.
Man, I work on it. But for our Hornets tonight, number 1, Daniel Crutchfield. Number 2, Parker Posey. Number 3, Hagen Turman. Number 5, T. Hendy, Tyler Henderson. Number 6, Grady Jackson. Number 7, Wyatt, was it Money Morris? Is that what we're going with?
Money Morris.
Number 8, Luke McDonald. Number 10, Aaron Davis. Number 11, Mason Siller. 12, James Crutchfield. 13, Colton Laudermilk. 21, Major Connor. 22, Keegan Wadsworth. 44, Jack Rose. And number 55, Kyle Olivan. And as y'all know, like I said, if you were able to look at our YouTube channel, we had an interview with head coach, Coach Harrison. Yet last week was his first game. Thought he coached a heck of a game. He's excited about this year, and the boys are too. So looking forward to it. You think? So Hornets about to take the field.
Coach, what do we have out here on the coin toss? We were going through the lineup.
It looks like Irion County deferred to the second half, so they should start the game kicking off to the Bulldogs.
I'm never gonna let them live it down. See if our new cameraman, Mr. Kuntz, captures everything that we need this game. We're good. We're good.
Just as I say that.
We lost somebody.
We're working on it.
There we go. We're back. All right. Maybe we shouldn't let him touch all the buttons.
Perfect timing.
Only 1 or 2.
It's like a new video game. You don't know until you're exploring the buttons.
Like we said, we're trying to get better and better each and every week here.
Here
so.
come the Hornets.
Oh yeah, look at them. As Wyatt Morris said in his interview, last week lit a fire in them, and so they had a great week of practice. Really looking forward to this game, and looking forward to the rest of the season. They like was it Nelson Mandela said, you either win or you win or you learn. So I think they didn't win last week, but they definitely learned a lot, and really looking forward to how they capitalized what they did this week to fix up any of the gaps they had. Looks like Colton Laudermilk's back in play. I know he had a little injury last week, but it looks like he's good to go.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit, and he said he's definitely good to go. He went and got it checked out. Shannon Medical Center, obviously doing a great job. I did the 4 years that I was with the Hornets and coaching them, and he said he's definitely ready to go.
Well, I know he's an important part of all the puzzles this week or this year for the Hornets. So it's good to see that he's back. It wasn't too serious, just a little stinger, but he's a tough kid. I've known him for a long time, and he just goes full out in everything he does. Coach, you coached him. You know how it is. He doesn't go halfway on anything. So sometimes you get a little bumps and bruises with the way that he plays in all sports.
You betcha. His nickname isn't Lightning for no reason. I can promise you. He goes, you'll see him. He will fire out of that hole and get after it. And you know, as little a guy as he is, he can still break tackles. Right here on this field against Spur last year, he had a inspirational run. Yeah, inspirational run that helped turn the tide for us, because it was a heck of a ball game in the first half against Spur last year. So
Here, Chadwick, you take over for a second. Had to go look for some chargers.
Parker Posey teeing up the ball for the Hornets.
Don't Mark scoot up any. We got a big gap right there. We're all right. All right, so Hornets are kicking off first half. Who we got back there receiving for the Bulldogs, Coach? What number is that?
And I can't.
3?
I think it's 3. Joshua Ortiz.
Ortiz back deep for the Bulldogs. But we'll see if they go with kicking it deep or onside. So they're talking through it a little bit.
I believe they're.
Are they waiting for that clock? Usually they'll reset it, but we got about 1:30 on the clock on pregame. Oh, the damn bus. Mr. Stevens have a CD yet? Oh, yeah, Kyle's actually took it. If any of you watching don't know, Chad Kuntz used to be the clock manager for the Hornets, so he's going to help out the current clock man, make sure they get things straight. Yes. Looks like everybody's ready to go except the clock, so once we get that going, we'll get the first kickoff. And by the way, if you're watching this live on YouTube, please put in your comments if you have anything you want to have a shout out to anybody out here playing. You notice anything that you want us adjusting with the broadcast, let us know. We can see that. And we might even throw some of your comments up there on the broadcast if they're clever enough and funny enough, and we think they should be up there.
Hey, we got 10 minutes on the clock now, everybody.
There we go.
Looks like clock's situation's been fixed. About to blow the whistle and get this thing going.
You know, that's what happens when you start borrowing stuff.
That being said, quick shout out to Blackwell ISD for letting us come over here and play this football game here the last 2 years. Sure appreciate their hospitality.
Absolutely. Once again, Blue Agave. If you're in Blackwell, you got to stop by there.
Oh,
That's some good food.
Blue Agave, they got a burger that'll fill you up.
Ow! Jalapeno bun.
Posey on the onside kick. Looks like it got the distance. Ball on the ground, but I think number 6 from Spur jumped on it. That'd be Walker. So Bulldogs will take over on their 36-yard line.
Speaking of shout out, a couple of our former Hornets are in Alpine, Texas, tuned in to the YouTube IC Buzz Network. Trevin Kofel and Bo Morrow.
I think I might have heard those names before.
Those guys.
We got a pitch to number 10, Pacina on the outside, taken down by, who is that? Was that Aaron Davis? It's like number 10 out there. Nice tackle. Be a loss of about 3 yards.
You know, I know this is a football game, and you usually talk about football during football games, but you got to say something about the cheerleaders. That Presley Cormier has more bounce in her step than any. I mean, she gets some height on them backflips now.
She does.
Golly bum, it is so impressive.
Reminds me of myself.
Yeah, that's true.
Lots of bounce.
Lined up second down, look the pass, but they're going to pitch it off to number 10 again. Taking it up the left side. Not a lot of room. A couple of Hornets get on them. Looks like Money Morris got on him pretty quick.
Yeah, baby.
Looks like just tackled at the line of scrimmage. It will be third down. We already got a shout out from Mr. Colton from Tillman Laudermilk. Look, so Tillman, glad you could join us. Please let us know if everything sounds good, looks good. You can see your boy out there crushing it. Yeah, I'm about to say he didn't move at all.
Absolutely.
What we got?
That was a nice little play design they just had right there, and Hornets just sniffed it out. Did a good job.
Another pitch. A little bit more room. Ball's out though.
Wrecker Wadsworth.
Yes, it is. A great fumble for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
That moved it forward about 10 yards almost. That will bring up 4th and 6 yards for the Bulldogs. If you're gonna fumble, coach, that's the way to do it.
Golly bum, especially if it's fourth down fumble rule, take that ball back. But that worked out real well for the Bulldogs.
Progress, yeah. Cannot complain. Lining up for this 4th down play, pretty big inside handoff, but tackled. Oh, what a play!
Oh.
Wadsworth tackles him in the backfield, but it ends up popping up to Irion Davis, who runs it for a Hornet touchdown.
That boy was chopping.
Coach, that's just good stuff happens when that many people are in the backfield.
Hey man, what a hit! You got Wrecker Wadsworth doing his job, and Irion Davis just sitting right where he's supposed to be.
Right place, right time.
Amen.
You know, it reminds me of Texas Select Insurance. You know, whenever you need somebody at the right place, right time, Texas Select Insurance comes in.
They'll take care of you.
The day.
Every day, all day. Every day, all day.
Good buddy Courtney McCutcheon, take care of you. Looking for the extra points. And they are good.
It's good.
So that's going to put the Hornets up.
You know,
8-2, nothing.
You bet. The beautiful thing about that play was obviously the pressure, but it was obviously staying with their reads. And Irion Davis obviously stayed with his read and picked up that back coming out of the backfield. And he read it perfectly, and the ball just popped right in his hand because he was doing his job from the snap.
And didn't rush too far upfield.
Exactly.
Because that ball would have been behind him. So
Yes.
he stayed disciplined, was right there to be able to pick off. But overall, I know we say that quite often, but some swarming defense from the Hornets. I know our listeners love to hear that, so we got to throw that out there.
Shout out to Texas Select Insurance, already chiming in. He's at home, he's watching it, lounged up, he's enjoying the night. God love Texas Select Insurance.
I do. They saved me a lot of money.
So there's just a little over 8 minutes left in this first quarter. 8:11 left. In the first quarter, Hornets are up 8-0. They'll be kicking off again to the Bulldogs.
If you're interested in some scores across the state, we got a couple of games going on. Silverton is up on Paducah 8-0, and Westbrook is up on Jonesboro 24-6.
Come on now.
Oh, another onside kick from the Hornets. Bulldogs will fall down on it on their 26-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Westbrook and Jonesboro, that's going to be a good game now.
Man, and I'm gonna tell you, as much as Jonesboro had coming back, I'll be honest with you, and as much as Westbrook lost, I just really didn't see that coming. Now, obviously, the game's not over, and there's a lot of football left, but you don't ever count Homer Matlock and the Westbrook Wildcats out.
Well, like I was telling you earlier today, Coach, my 20 hours of film this week, I was kind of expecting this. So, it looks like a offsides penalty. It would be against the defense. Let the play go. Didn't get much of a pass off, but this is probably going to be against the Hornets.
Looks like it may be an offsetting penalty because I think they got intentional grounding on that side and they got offsides on this side. So I'm not sure how they're going to sort all that laundry out.
Well, one thing we do know based on last week is they're usually quick about making these decisions. So we shouldn't have to wait too long. Hey, I say that, but look at them. Well, they might be talking to the coach right now. Maybe we're not getting a decision quite
They
yet.
should have been deaf from the false start. Should be anything to do with that second flag.
You know, reminds me of another sponsor. If you need somebody quick, you call JD Pumping Services, and they'll be there to take care of you. Just like Talajack.
Call it offside.
If you got heavy machinery that needs to be hauled, or you got
They
material
haul
that needs to be
anything and
hauled,
everything.
they'll be there quick and in a hurry. Talajack, JD Pumping Services. You give them a call, they'll be there.
As you can tell, we're very happy with our sponsors. They're just
Love
they're great to have them. I mean, we've known them for years. They're just great company, great people, mostly family-owned businesses, just good folks all around. So, big shout out to our sponsors. I know you saw a few of them the opening of our show, but we'll be trying to call them out whenever we see an opportunity.
CFO number 22, Wrecker, gets in the backfield on this one.
Yeah.
Wrecker Wadsworth, that is.
I'll bet you we're close to calling Pounder Posey's name too.
Looks like it was offsetting. They're pitching out to number 10. Iron Davis. He has just been all over the field this week, Coach.
Betcha.
I mean, we didn't get to call his number a lot on defense last week. I know he's kind of helping out doing quarterback back and forth with Wyatt, but
Yeah.
he's really stepping up in this game on defense.
He really is, and he's playing that outside linebacker position, which is kind of tough because he's got to guard. He's got to make sure he's picking up any pass coming out of off the line of scrimmage. But as soon as he reads sweep, he's supposed to be coming up, and so far he's done a great job of that.
Well, he must have had a few, was it Starburst swirls before the game?
Apparently,
That-
Iron Davis
Yeah.
loves to eat some Starburst swirls
He does.
before the game.
He does.
Didn't know that about
He
that.
must have had a couple of bags. All right, number 1 looking
Here
back
we
to pass.
come.
Oh, they got Wrecker. They toss it down to number 6. But Posey
There he is.
is there immediately. Oh, Parker Pooh is not letting them get any yards. That'd be a loss of a couple.
Pounder Parker Pooh.
You called it, Coach.
I knew we were fixing to call that boy's name. No doubt about it. 3rd and long, 3rd and about 16 coming up for the Bulldogs.
What you got?
You think Morrow's over there comparing his biceps to that ref?
Well, I think he started out to, and then he decided he wasn't winning that battle, and I think he started moving further down the chains.
That ref has been doing some push-ups, hasn't he?
We got our own Ed Hercules down there.
Figure out how to do calisthenics with that guy.
This will be 4th and 15 for the Bulldogs. Another solid defensive effort for the Hornets.
Hey, one of the unsung heroes in that defensive line is Major Payne Connor.
Major pain.
Major Payne. That young man, he puts in the time in the weight room. You talk about, they just don't,
Looks like they're 3-3.
they don't make him any better than that boy. He's a hard-working sucker.
All right, another pitch. Number 1 looking to pass, but Wrecker
my
in the
goodness.
backfield. I mean, he had him 20 yards back, Coach. And so he didn't get much on that pass. So it is incomplete, and that will be turnover on downs for the Hornets. They're going to take over in Bulldog territory.
Ooh, old 22 Wrecker, he kind of iced those Bulldogs on that one. What kind of ice you say? Small
I
town
kind of like
shaved
small
ice.
town shaved ice.
Yeah.
Small town shaved ice.
That's much better than any large town
That's
shaved
true.
ice.
Man.
That's true.
if you ask
Large
me.
town not as good. Small town, they're
That's where
on
it's
it.
at. 'Cause they take care of you. Their prices are the best you're going to find. Iron Davis passes it out. Who we got? Kyle?
Kyle Hope.
Kyle with a great catch and run. I think that's going to be enough for a Hornet first down.
Auburn picks up 16 on the play. Good for another.
So it will be first and goal from about the 11.5-yard line for the Hornets. Coach, what are you drawing up right here? Give us your best Tony Romo.
Well, I personally would like to give it to Posey right here.
Well,
And
I
they
think
do.
you kind of called that. A nice pickup.
Yeah.
He got 4 yards on the play. So they're only about 7 away from pay dirt.
Second down and go.
Hornets wasting no time getting out of the huddle. I might see a little bit of lightning coming up.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm seeing Colton back there. And there it is. Cuts it inside. No one's touching him.
Nice
A
ball.
walk-in touchdown by Colton Lightning Laudermilk.
Walk in the end zone there.
Seems like he's perfectly healthy for this ball game.
Looks
Great
good to
run.
me.
Great play call. Hornets on the board. And once again, that'll be another 6 points. And I'm sure everybody listening knows, but for extra points in 6-man, they count for 2. So always good to have good kicker. We got T. Hendy back there. Oh, little low and got blocked. So there's going to be no more points, but that does end up being 14-0 with 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
The score, Hornets 14, Bulldogs 0.
Another shout out to our cheerleaders. They always keep our crowd pumped up. We got all the little cheerleaders out there in the audience cheering with them, enjoying it.
You know, those little cheerleaders getting to watch the big cheerleaders, that's just like dreams coming true, dreams being made a reality. You know who else does that?
Who's that?
Triple Crown Structures. When you're driving into San Angelo and you see the white crosses flying high, you know you're at Triple Crown Structures. They'll make all your dreams come a reality.
Absolutely. Oh, Kirby Mitchell.
Mitchell, that guy.
He's a great guy. Takes care of you. Well, Hornets are starting off with a bang. I mean, I know offense is scoring here, but to me, and Coach chime in, I think the defense is really setting the tone of this game early on.
Man, their defense, no doubt. For the Bulldogs, they're feeling the pressure. You know, not just from Wadsworth, but just from everybody. Because obviously, like I said, and I told you this last week, Coach Shane, I'm gonna tell you what, he's gonna have them boys ready, and you give him quick kick. Quick onside.
All right, number 3, Ortiz falls on the ball. I'm sorry, that's number 30, Garza West for the Bulldogs. They'll take over on their 31-yard line.
31-yard line.
Let's see what they change up, if anything, on this drive.
And you give him quick kick.
Not doing anything.
No, Hornets looking great.
It's even close to nothing.
Just under 5.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Oh, we got Wrecker on our side of the field here. It's going to be a pitch, number 10, tackled out of bounds by Posey, right at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know if anybody else was at that pep rally today, but I heard old Parky Poo had 19 tackles last game. 19.
Man,
We talk about all over the field and hustle, and we know how much effort he put in this offseason and worked real hard, so it's really paying off.
Yeah.
But that's impressive, 19 tackles.
And you're not kidding. 19 tackles, being on all those tackles, carry the ball, be a blocker, do that. The 6-man, it's an Iron Man sport.
There's going to be a flag on this. Don't know who jumped, but there was a lot of collision before that ball got hiked.
We got 4 guys overloaded on the outside right there. Yes, he did.
You know, y'all spoke of a lot of work, and as this time, as a Whitehead has to discuss this, I sit there and think about a lot of work. That's Rocker B. Them boys out there, they ranch on them. They know what hard work is. They're out there in the blood, sweat, and they're getting it on.
You ain't
Shout out
kidding.
to Rocker B and the ranching on them.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that is a fault all sides against the Bulldogs here. False start.
Update on some scores. Westbrook 30, Jonesboro 6.
Huge. Them boys coming back on fire from last week.
Yeah, I know they had a tough week last week, but it looks like they got some things together because we know how tough Jonesboro is.
Oh, man.
Somebody had some Skittles.
All right, 2nd down and 20. Pitch to number 6 for the Bulldogs. Not a lot of room to work.
Hard gets a block
Push in the back.
We have the outside.
Backfield by many
Hard
Hornets.
such a soul.
Didn't get taken down, but that will be
Walker rookie carry.
lost down.
Initial stop by number 7, Wyatt.
I would say everybody got in there. Yeah, you had Wyatt Morris, you had Posey, you had Wrecker and Wadsworth. I thought I saw Davis in there as well.
Some would say swarming.
Yeah.
Some would say that too much based on the feedback I've heard of.
I'm not so certain. Swarming is a good feedback.
I mean, it just
Like,
it makes
what does the Hornets
sense.
do? They swarm.
Inside handoff option, 6 with a fake pitch. He had room to run, but looks like his feet came out from under him. That was Walker. Gained a couple of yards.
Bring up fourth
That was a
down.
good little option play by the Bulldogs. And Posey, he just got a hand on him, got just enough to trip him up. But that doesn't come easily, because that comes with a lot of weight room for that kid. Those of you who don't know, when that kid came from 8th grade into his freshman year, he completely transformed his body. He earned every snap he got in his freshman year, and now he is the guy.
Broke it outside. He'd at least got 8 more yards.
All right, so it is 4th and long for the Bulldogs. So big down here. There will be a timeout. Looks like Bulldogs calling timeout here. As be first timeout of the half. 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Your Hornets are up 14-0. 3:38 left in the first quarter. Good start.
Yeah, like Wyatt said, they lit a fire in them. You can tell. They've been. I know last week it was two great teams going at it, but it looks like they cleaned up some things. We do have a young team. They lost a lot of seniors last year, so that first game under their belt. Now it looks like they've already made some adjustments and getting better.
Yes, absolutely. Right now on the field, we have 3 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore.
I just want to give a little shout out to some people in San Angelo that are listening to us tonight. That is Becky and Chandler, and I know they're in there listening to us. So shout out to them.
Glad y'all can listen to us tonight. Oh, we got Wrecker in the backfield again, all over number 1, a pitch to number 12, but they started off number 10, very deep. Nice cutback from number 10, but
What a
Lightning Laudermilk got him. Did not get back maybe the line of scrimmage, but that will be turnover on downs again. Hornet football in Bulldogs territory. It just seems disciplined. They're not out of place. When they pass it to somebody, they make a cut. There's always somebody there from the Hornets to take them down. I mean, I just think it's very disciplined defense right now.
You bet. They had their 2 linebackers sitting around the line of scrimmage, and when the ball's passed, they came up. I mean, it was beautiful. Hornets in Hornet formation.
Wyatt hands off to Laudermilk. He was tackled immediately by number 21 Hamilton from the Bulldogs. Just barely got back to the line of scrimmage, so it will be 2nd and 15 for the Hornets.
Down.
Not living in the past, but the older brother
That's the biggest issue right there.
last year. Wow, what a running back he was. That kid fought like, he's a heck of a running back.
Anything to the left. Really
Another pitch to Laudermilk's got a little bit more room. Nice cut. He's still pushing, like you said, Coach. He's a lot stronger than you might think he is.
Absolutely.
He's clearly fast, but he had 3 people hanging on him for about 6-7 yards there, enough to get a Hornet first down.
When he gets his shoulders over toes, he's not easy to bring down.
Not at all. Not at all. And that will be 1st and goal from about the 14-yard line for the Hornets. I think this might be going right back to him. No, inside handoff to Posey. Breaking tackle. Still a terrific run. I mean, he got half the yardage on that first one right there. It's only 7 yards from touchdown. 2nd and 7. 2nd and goal.
Not really offensively. We're just not blocking.
Common theme here. Get inside that 10-yard line. We're wanting to give the ball to Posey.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
He's a tough guy to take down.
Absolutely.
Some people call him Pounder for a reason.
You betcha. I can promise you.
He just completely gives up. Yeah.
Hornets lined up.
Yeah.
2nd down, another inside handoff. Posey fighting for yards, eating up some of that clock. Going to be about 3 yards away. So 3rd and 3 for the Hornets. 3rd and goal.
3rd different formation in this drive.
Well, now you got both the quarterbacks out there, Coach. You got Davis and you got Wyatt Morris.
Well, Lightning Laudermilk coming out, so that means Money Morris going to the backfield.
Yeah. So you got Posey lined up at 6-man fullback.
Yes, sir.
A pitch to Morris. He cuts it inside. Nice, easy touchdown for the Hornets. Another nice drive. They didn't get it all in one play, but there wasn't any negative plays in that drive. They were moving forward every play.
Everything's downhill. This little group, I'm telling you what, man, they're going to keep getting better every week.
That makes it 20-0, pending the extra points from T. Hindy. That skirted over. He might have had about 4 inches of coverage on that kick, but it was enough. That's a couple more points for the Hornets. So 22-0 with under a minute left in the first quarter, 55 seconds left. So I mean, overall, just great football.
That was about as tight as me trying to put on a medium-sized shirt. So
where would you buy your medium-sized shirts,
not
Chad?
from the big and tall, I'll say that much. I go to Hargrave's Going Wild.
There you go.
Hey.
Because you know what? They have the lowest priced FR clothing at Hargrave's Going Wild
I heard that
than
this
anybody
week.
in the area. Do you know I did confirm that they do have Bluebell ice cream?
They sure do.
I saw the picture.
Multiple
I kind of got excited
flavors.
when you sent that to me.
That's the reason why I can't fit into a medium shirt. I was just saying. I'm not blaming anybody, but you know the Bluebell kind of did it. So
Yeah. Does it for me too. Took me out of my schmedium.
hey, shout out to Taylor Douglas. He commended us on our videography. He says we stepped up our game. So
I
See,
like to
we
hear
don't
that.
take at SC Buzz, we don't take a full season to get better. We'll
No.
go week to week. So we really do appreciate all your feedback, all your support. We're just trying to bring y'all the best product we can. So we're very proud and happy to support our Hornets. So anything and everything we can do, we're going to do it.
you know we try to do the best for the best, right?
Yes,
Hornet
sir.
Nation, the best for the best.
Yes, sir. And it is the best.
But once again, we couldn't do it without the support of our sponsors. So I know Chad's throwing their names out as much as he can here. So, but we just absolutely love our sponsors. They've been helping us out, making sure that we're able to bring this coverage to everybody at Hornet Nation.
And we're not biased. I mean, if somebody else wants to jump in, by all means, we'll take it. We'll take that sponsorship.
All right, they kicked it deep this time, Coach.
Yes, they
Number
did.
10 catches it, nice run back, but he was hit deep by Parker Posey, and then looks like Wyatt Morris made sure he got taken down.
Cleaned him up.
24-yard line.
But yeah, 24-yard line for the Bulldogs. Only 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Let's see if the Hornet defense keeps up.
Why, Money Morris. Wonder if he ate some steak and rice last night.
Is that one of his favorite foods?
That would be Wyatt Morris's game day meals is steak
Yeah, he
and
did.
rice.
Steak and rice. Major Payne lined up over the center.
All right, a bobbled pitch, but number 10 just goes around Wrecker, but didn't get past Colton Laudermilk. That was a heck of a play by Pacina on the Bulldogs. He was dead to rights in the backfield. There was a bobbled pitch, but he was able to take control of it, make it to the sideline, make one Hornet miss, and get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that one Hornet you made miss. That's
Not somebody easy to
do.
make them miss, no.
Laudermilk coming up with a very nice fundamental tackle to save the play, because if he doesn't make that tackle, he gets a lot of yardage there.
And we did get some feedback, Chad, wasn't it, from Patrick that Coach was talking too much? They needed more from us to jump in.
You know, we decided to change some things up. We had an hour drive up here from Irion County to Blackwell, and so we talked about it. You know, DJ and I, we felt like, okay, maybe Coach didn't get talk enough. You know, maybe some people are wanting to hear a little bit more. So, you know, here you are, Patrick. We giving you a little props. You called it out. We got Coach on the mic.
That's right. Thank you, Patrick.
Anything to make Oko feel welcome, you know, in his retirement days.
Yes, sir. If you're out there, Patrick, why don't you type up something there on and let us know you're there.
Yeah, like we said, we're seeing some YouTube comments coming in. Our Court McCutcheon, one of our Texas Select, our title sponsor, main man over there. I'm glad that he gets to watch and tune in.
Oh, he'll give you a lot of comments. Whether you want them or not, he'll give you the comments.
That's all we yeah. Whether it's good or bad, Court, just send them in, buddy. All right, so we're starting the second quarter. 2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs. A pitch to number 6, trying to take it outside. That makes one man miss, but is that Kyle?
Kyle
Olivon just on him. I'm just everything I'm seeing, Coach, is just discipline. They're not getting out of position. They are there to make the tackle. I mean, that was a good run by the Bulldogs, but only a gain of a couple yards.
Man, I talked to Coach Harrison and Coach Shane, and they talked about how much improved Kyle Olivon is, and the job that they think he's going to do. Said he's going to have a big role, and they are not lying. That sophomore has really stepped it up. He looked really good on the JV last year, and man, he has earned a spot. And
some might wonder why he didn't play more last year. We might need to talk to that coach.
Might need to.
Apparently, he's a heck of a player. Maybe should have been in there. Oh, number 1's looking to pass. He's got Wrecker in the backfield, past the number 6. And once again, Laudermilk is just right there. They're not giving them an inch. Just great disciplined football. Tillman, I know you're loving seeing your boy doing what he's doing right now. But he's just playing solid defense. I can't say enough about old Colton.
Hornet defense, 4th down. Bulldogs going to be looking at
4th and 14. So it's a tough go for the Bulldogs, but let's see what they can pull out.
Some would say he's playing defense as solid as Triple Crown Structures solid. Foundation's solid. You get with them, they'll get you lined up solid.
All right, there we go. Inside pitch, a little option.
What a
6 makes a miss, but oh, he's still going. A tough run. That was Walker. He was not giving up, Coach. He was all over that. That was just a heck of a run. Not enough to give him the first down, so that will be turnover for Hornet football, but you love to see it. I mean, even though it's a tough go right now for the Bulldogs, they're not quitting. They're giving everything they got.
Absolutely, that little Ace Walker, he's got a good little fake on that option, and if he could take that back, he might have wished he'd have stayed outside there. But what a tough run and a great job by him. If Bulldogs quit getting behind the chains, they can move the chains.
Absolutely, they got some players, they got some athletes on that side of the field.
Absolutely.
All right, so Hornets taking over, 1st and 15, looking to pass the ball a little bit. Wyatt throws it deep. It's going to be a little over T. Hendy's head. I know he's 6'6", but he might have to have quite the vertical to catch that one.
That's hard to get over T. Hendy's head.
Yeah, it is. T. Hendy is talking he might have got held there. I don't know if he did or not, but you got to get away from that and go make a play.
We'll bring up 2nd and 15 for the Hornets. So, Coach, in this, you're 22-0 going into the second quarter. You trying out some new things? Are you going to stick with what you got? Try to continue getting some points on the board?
What are you
thinking right now?
Honestly, you're still in your scripted plays. If there's certain things that you want to see, you're still kind of in your scripted plays and you're trying to execute. So right now you're not really trying anything out. You're trying to stay base, which obviously by the dive right there, Harrison is doing, and. Wanted to get a little bit of that yardage back for going for broke on 1st down. Got a little bit of it back. I can see something outside, another run outside here. And if they're in a long situation next, he may go to the pass. But I feel like he's going to run the football right here and try to get about half of this back on 3rd down and give him a manageable 4th down.
Yeah, because it's about 3rd and 13 right now,
yes.
But they're not going to be punting on 4th down. So it's still 2-down territory where they're at right now. So 3rd and 13, we got Davis looking to pass, dumps it off, a little over Colton Laudermilk's head. So it's going to be 4th and long for the Hornets.
Guys, I stand corrected. I just noticed that Texas Select Insurance is in the house. He's in the stands down there. Looking shiny, looking bright. Texas Select Insurance, thank you for coming out. But I know you're listening to us, so proud that you're here.
Now that I know you're here, I might possibly be buying a house, so you might meet up with me after the game.
Need some more insurance.
I'm
Just call
thinking I
Texas
might.
Select Insurance.
I know y'all are asking for a house and insurance and stuff, but I kind of need a cheeseburger. I don't know if Court can go. Oh, Wyatt Morris breaks it for a touchdown. He's one of our quarterbacks, guys. But you want to talk about an athlete and somebody that has put in the effort this offseason. Just the last few years, to be honest, because I've known Wyatt for a while. He was not the biggest kid. He was a smaller kid 4 or 5 years ago, but he has put in the effort. In the weight room, and I don't know if anybody saw his interview, but you want to talk about a leader. He is leading this team. He is a senior, and just his attitude and just how supportive he is of his teammates. Just one heck of a dude, and just couldn't be prouder of him. The extra points are no good, but that will move it up to Hornets 28-0 with 7 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter in the first half. But Coach, you've coached him for a few years. I mean, the transformation of that kid, because it's all effort. It's not just it just happened. He's put in the effort.
Yeah, you speak about a transformation. That is definitely a transformation as an athlete, not just a football player, not just a basketball player, not just that kid has made a transformation in his work ethic and everything he does. Man, he's always been a great kid, but putting the time in the weight room and just being a positive leader, he's made leaps and bounds. I'm really proud of Wyatt and happy to see him having some success.
Absolutely. I mean, it couldn't happen to a better kid.
Absolutely.
Westbrook Wildcats.
And I mean, you got to watch him play with your son last year quite a bit. He did help out even in football, but basketball, I mean, he stepped up big time.
Absolutely.
And I think from that he grew as a leader. And right now he's just one of the few leaders that are on the team right now that are just leading the rest of the Hornets. I know they have a lot of younger folks, but if you look at that interview, he kind of talks about he tells them, hey, I was in your shoes not long ago.
Yeah.
Like I know how it goes. It's not easy, but it's great to see. I mean, that's just very supportive of his teammates, and he knew it was a tough loss last week, but it didn't bring him down. It just got him excited. Get him that fire he talked about.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, you talk about him getting to play, Trevin getting to play with him last year, and I still see it like it was yesterday. That touchdown pass that he caught against May, that was such a huge momentum changer for us in that bi-district championship game, for us to move on and make to the state semifinals. It's just, yeah, he's a heck of a kid, heck of an athlete, as we have a few of them out here on the field.
We do. I mean, it's going to be a great year for the Hornets. I mean, they got some great leaders and some great athletes, and which is great attitudes. All right, so Bulldogs, 1st and 15, looking to throw it. They got Wrecker in the backfield. Quarterback makes a miss, and just a heck of a run. I'm telling you, that is an athlete. Number 6, Walker. He had Wadsworth in the backfield, but he ends up picking up almost 10 yards on that run. It was just a great play by Walker, and it brings up 2nd and manageable. This is, so far this game, this is the best field position they've had on downs.
Absolutely positive yards. So I said, if they can keep from getting behind the chains, I'm telling you, these Bulldogs can move the chains. If they can minimize the mistakes, they're going to be tough to stop.
You got 2 backs in the backfield for the Bulldogs, and every Hornet is on the line right now. Yeah. They saw a run coming.
Oh.
Who was that? Posey in the backfield?
Yeah, it was.
He popped him, but once again, Walker, he's not going down easy. He's not giving up. He got popped, but he gained another 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and short, maybe 2.5 yards for the Bulldogs. So definitely manageable to get their first down of the game.
Summoning his Walker Texas Ranger.
Yes.
A little Chuck Norris action.
A little Chuck Norris action.
No, sir, you can't bring me down.
Got more 4-2 look.
Another pitch to 10 this time, but there's that number again, number 10, Irion Davis. I mean, where is he coming from this game? I mean, he had a great game last week, but not to the level of defense he's playing right now. Like, that was a 4-5 yard loss. Just a great play.
I'll tell you what, his mama said when he's off the field, he's like a turtle. But when he's on the field, he is not.
That was not a turtle play.
That was not a turtle play. So I don't know where she's getting that from.
Well, and a little insight. He injured his ankle this summer and was basically out for about 2 months. It's good to see him coming on, and I think maybe he just needed a little time.
Absolutely. So now it's 4th and about 7 for the Bulldogs. Pitch to number 10. Who was that? Is that Wrecker?
Wadsworth.
He had him in his grasp. As soon as he got a hand on that jersey, he was going nowhere. So maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be turnover on downs.
1 yard line, turnover on downs. Hornet.
We got to give a shout out to Wade Miller.
Oh, Wade.
He made sure and point out how many gray hairs Coach Cofell's got going on in the screen right now.
Really?
We're sorry, Wade. We can't help it. I mean, we asked him to shave it. I know.
We're going to go ahead and put that on the broadcast so everybody can see what old Wade said about
Well,
Coach.
thanks, guys. I appreciate that very much.
Probably the stress of putting up with Wade.
Absolutely. Never mind.
All right, Iron
Here
Davis
we
looking
go.
to pass.
Here we
Throwing
go.
it deep. This is going to be to Kyle.
Kyle
And a great
Hope.
catch. Oh,
All
man,
above.
what a play. He got taken out of bounds, but not after a 24-yard gain. Great pass. Great catch. Going to be another 1st and goal for the Hornets.
I'm going to tell you, I do not know what JD Pumping Services told Irion Davis before this game. But for whatever he said, it has definitely got that kid pumped up.
All I think it was the Skittles. Was it the Skittles? As he just got lots of?
Services gave Irion the Skittles.
Just said, go to Family Dollar. Get as many of these Skittle swirls as you need, Iron.
Got
Or
a
another
family
pitch.
pack.
I mean, you want to talk about a smooth runner? Wyatt Morris. Money Morris just weaves in, not getting a hand on him for another Hornet touchdown.
Almost like a Jaguar, one would say.
Looks like we got a flag on the field. See what they got here. It's in the.
It's going to be face mask. Against the Hornets. So
Face mask on the offense.
we will take those points off the scoreboard. I didn't see who that was on.
I think he was just helping him up.
How about we go
I'm
to the
sure it
instant
wasn't on
replay?
purpose, right?
Yeah, not on purpose.
Hey, we do have some replay action on here. I might try to get some of those, but maybe not on penalties. We'll do it. Maybe we might get another T. Hindy pick 6.
There you
and
go.
we hopefully don't take down the whole stream in the middle of it. But
Excitement gets the best of all of us.
Never say never, but I don't think that's going to happen with this setup.
we're trying to improve anything and everything. Oh. Who was this pitch to? Colton Laudermilk making 1-2 guys. Look at this guy. He's
I'm
not
telling
going.
you.
He's still just
I'm
spinning.
telling you.
What button is that on Xbox? He's hitting that
Spin
X
cycle.
button. X, Y, circle, whatever. He was spinning left and right, doing his best Barry Sanders impression. Colton Lightning Laudermilk isn't just fast, he is shifty, fellas. That was terrific.
I rode that ride at the carnival. It's called the Tilt-A-Whirl.
Tilt-A-Whirl.
He might be a little sick after that. I don't know. But I think he did one turn in one direction, one turn in the other to even it out. So he didn't. Oh, the kick's going to be a little low, so no extra points for the Hornets. But another great drive. I know they had good field position, but even though there was that face mask penalty, no one was stopping old Lightning Laudermilk.
Hornets 34. Bulldogs 0.
And I know old Colton's only a junior, but I don't remember Tillman ever looking like that even as a senior. I'm just throwing that out there, but looks like old Colton's got the best genes he can on this one.
You know what's not low? Is the juices at Small Town Shaved Ice. When they put that juice inside those snow cones, holy moly, it's flowing with flavor.
They don't go cheap on that, huh?
They do not. They do not. Not like the FR at
Hargrave's Gone Wild.
because they like to go cheap on their stuff. Not that they have cheap stuff. They just like to slash their prices cheap.
We like that. How cheap is their Bluebell?
Well,
honestly,
I'm not
whatever
gonna
they
say
decide to
because
charge for that, I'm game.
I'm not
game
going to
too.
say
I mean,
because I'm
Bluebell's
not
good
going to say
stuff.
how much I ate, but they do have a lot of Irion County bling bling there as well. You want to go flashy, you want to get a present for your wife, you want to get a Christmas present, you go to Hargrave's Gone Wild, they got the bling bling there.
Yes, sir.
Tillman, you know we love you.
Oh, I know.
I know you'd rather Colton does what he's doing than anything you did in high school. Proud parent over there.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like this kick's gonna go out of bounds. Flag will be thrown.
Yeah, I'm about to say you're gonna have to give him some space.
What is it a 25, 30-yard line for that penalty, Coach?
Yes, sir. Should take the ball on the 25-yard
25,
line.
You have to.
Hey, quick shout out to our Rankin fans, John and Amanda Everidge. Thank you for tuning in. They're supporting us from way out there in West Texas. Just want to give a shout out to them. They, if y'all ever want some good beef, just give them a shout. They got you covered.
Yeah, and they're probably watching it from their fancy bus out there at Rankin.
You know,
They got, probably some 65-inch TV on that thing and great coverage.
Rankin does their buses right. That's all I can say.
Few scores. East Texas Homeschool 45 Chester. We got Silverton over Paducah 22-16, and at halftime Westbrook is over Jonesboro 30-6.
Yeah, it's not moving in the direction I thought it would, Coach.
No,
They're
sir.
just hanging on. Halftime, that's a solid lead, even by six-man standards.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting on that deal. And what we don't know, we don't have all the facts here. But one injury in a six-man team can make a huge difference. So that could be what's happened to Jonesboro, or it could just flat be that the light switch turned on for Westbrook, and they have ironed it out and playing championship football.
Marked off 15 yards. Spotted at the 30-yard line. First and 15.
We started at the 20, then we go to the 25, and now we're at the 30.
Well, they're just not sure exactly what took place there, but it will be first and 15 from Bulldogs' 30-yard line.
It went out of bounds, so it should have been spotted at the 30, but they kept thinking it was.
It's going to be number 6 looking to pass. Passes it deep. It's going to be over the head of Pacina, number 10. So it will be second and 15 still.
Bring up second down and 15 from 30.
Looks like we got someone from Kansas watching Irion play.
Wow.
We're reaching out as far as we can with this broadcast, so it's great to hear.
I thought the wind blew in West Texas, but Kansas, that wind blows in Kansas. Just saying.
No, it's great to have you. I'm glad that you're able to see this is a game to watch if you're watching Irion. He is having one heck of a game.
Yes, sir.
Another pitch to Walker, looking to pass. Great ball to number 1, Abbott, who catches it, gets behind the defense, gets tackled by Tyler Henderson, but not after a huge gain for the Bulldogs. That's going to be first and goal now after that play. You talk about leading a receiver, Coach. That was just a great pass.
Absolutely. He got a step on Henderson, and quarterback just dropped a dime in there in stride, which allowed him to gain another 20 yards after the catch.
Right, he didn't have to slow down at all.
No.
He caught it, full sprint, just kept going. Just a great play by the Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
So now the Hornets are tested here. They've had great defense all year, but now it's 15 yards. Let's see if they can keep them out of the end zone.
First and goal from the 15 for the Bulldogs. J-gun formation.
The back is deep. Oh, a bad pitch.
Yes,
Let's see. Dive on it. Ball still loose. Looks like Colton Lightning Laudermilk ends up with it at the end of the day. Just a tough situation for the Bulldogs. Hornets did capitalize. I know the pitch didn't exactly work out the way they wanted it on the Bulldog side, but Hornets will take over. Be first and 15 from their own 32-yard line.
You ask and you shall receive. You mentioned about the defense needing to step up. They stepped up. You know who else steps up? Talajack. Whenever you call, you ask, you'll receive. They'll haul anything, and they'll get you anything you need. Good old Talajack.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Rain, sleet, or snow, because we see a lot of snow. That's for sure.
Now, they're one of the best sponsors for all Irion County for many years. You got to love Talajack. They've always been very supportive of the Hornets.
Yes.
You got Tom and Liz over there, just great people, great family, and just great support for all of Irion County. Oh, inside handoff. Irion, the bobble snap, but was able to control it and get it to Wyatt for a nice gain. That's just great eye-hand coordination, ice in the veins.
Ice in the veins like small town shaved ice.
There you go.
What kind of veins you say? Tiger's blood.
Little tiger blood. Irion Davis did not let that get out of place.
They need to come out with a Hornets blood. Do you think it would be purple?
It would be purple.
I
There's
think it
no
would be
question.
purple, and it's gonna bleed just as much as Tiger's blood does. So we're gonna start calling it Hornets blood. Small town shaved ice will get that purple Hornets blood for you.
All right, so that will be second at about 7 for the Hornets. Let's see what they do here. Another pitch to, this is number 3. That's Hagen Turman with a great run.
Running
He has
downhill.
not had a lot of calls this game so far to him, but they got him in the ball game, and he's clearly playing for a reason, Coach.
And a great block by fellow sophomore Kyle Olivon, and he just turned right off that block, run right off his hip, and got going downhill really fast.
Bulldog 33.
I'm just telling you, the future of this team, it's just they're going to continue to get better.
Absolutely. We talked about it a little bit last week, Coach. I mean, we know we lost a lot last year. I mean, the big 3, but just that whole senior class was just terrific. But that these younger classmen that are now leaders have been following and watching and taking the next step, and they're not slowing down. It doesn't look like they're missing a beat at all.
Not at all. No, it's and it helps. Coaching staff, yes, I stepped down, but Harrison, he's been there with me right beside me for 3 years. So is Coach Shane, so is Coach Morrow. So adding Coach Blocker, and that guy is hungry, and he's doing a lot of good for us. And it's just the familiarity is great, and these young men. You come to Irion County, guys, you're gonna know you're in a good place when you talk to any of these kids. It's a phenomenal place.
And they're all buying in. I mean, like I said, a lot of people might have been nervous about what we lost last year, but you don't have to hear that from the kids. They are all wide open.
Wow.
T. Hendy, who threw that? Was that Wyatt or was that Davis again?
That was Davis.
Davis again was a great play. Tyler Henderson, 6'6", wide open in the end zone for another Hornet touchdown. Just a great play.
He's ready to go home.
I'm sorry.
Love to see it.
I'm sorry, JD Pumping Services. Whatever he bought for Irion Davis today when they went down to the Family Dollar,
He got him a family pack of Skittles.
Maybe Skittles is a sponsor for JD Pumping.
Oh my
That's what I'm
goodness.
guessing, based on what's going on here. All right, we got Henderson with another low kick, but it might have been good enough. Yep, that's another 2 points on the board. That'll be 42-0. Hornets up on the Bulldogs with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Just a solid game all around, Coach. I mean, the offense is, whether it's running, whether it's passing, whether it's blocking, and then the defense is just all over them.
Absolutely, and it starts with Wadsworth for just that motor. We talk about that motor, and I got to talk to him a little bit, and he was pretty excited about this game because he was looking forward to getting after the Bulldogs after our tough game last year in the first half for sure with them, and he was looking forward to it. So it starts with him getting the pressure on them, and it makes it hard for them to get anything going. So good stuff, and let's not forget Major Payne, man. We hadn't had a bad snap yet. Every play starts with that center, and he's done a heck of a job. He came in last year and played a game when Cameron Feller was injured and did a great job for us.
Right.
So he's got a little bit of experience, but man, he is it's like we haven't missed anybody.
Number 5, Henderson.
And Elijah Weaver just wanted to mention how great the band is sounding. This is the first game of the year that the band's come out, and if anybody knows anything about Irion County, our band has been solid with the main man, Brian Tillman, just been leading the crew for I don't know how many years he's been here, but we've already got a state championship, many state medals, just a solid program. They sound great this year. This is the first time we get to see them, and at halftime, guys, we're not going to let you miss it. We're going to be showing it. We're going to get a mic closer to the field so you can hear what the Hornet band sounds like for their first go-round. I think there's a little Queen that they'll be playing this year from what I heard. So there might be some great music.
Bust out the classics.
Yeah, absolutely. A little Freddie Mercury music out there, but I'm excited for one. I haven't heard it. I happen to know the drum major. She's a terrific young lady. And I bet she's leading them great. Melanie Rainey, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see how they
You're
go.
just hoping she hears this broadcast tomorrow, huh?
Well, we'll see. I doubt she's going to listen to it, but looking forward to the band at halftime. So we're not going anywhere at halftime. So please stay tuned in so you can listen to the Mighty Hornet Band for the first time this year. And once again, Walker. Great run from him, Walker on the Bulldogs. Took it on the left side of the offense. Got taken out of bounds. A couple of Hornets hit him. I couldn't see who exactly it was. But just another solid run. And picked up maybe 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, that Walker kid's the real deal, looks like to me. He's getting downhill now.
And he's only a junior. So he's going to be around for another year. He's very solid.
Good news for them.
Absolutely. Looks like we're putting in on the Hornet side a couple of the. I saw James Crutchfield out there, number 12, putting in some different folks, different lineups. All right, pitch to Walker. We got Wrecker in the backfield. That was a good ball, Coach. I mean, how far was that? That was 40-yard pass on the run with Wadsworth in his face, and it was just barely out of reach for 21 Hamilton. But it was a solid throw considering the situation, but it will bring up third and about 11 yards for the Bulldogs.
You know, when you talk about Walker being a junior, guys, let's look at their roster here. Their future's bright because it looks like they only have 2 seniors on their roster.
Right.
That the Bulldogs brought over. So that's good news for them in the future.
All right, another pitch. Who did that go to? Is that number 2? Oh,
No,
number 1. That looks like Abbott.
Walker on the run.
Oh, sorry guys.
Buttermilk.
You heard it
About
from the
40,
voice.
40 years old eyeballs. I'm missing some of this.
Gotta hear
Don't
it
have
from
any
TJ
spotters.
Hill.
The voice of the sultry voice of the Hornets over there, TJ Hill, just rocking it.
Hey, you know,
Making sure
This is his
you-
first go run, by the way, guys.
That guy's
and
killing
he
it.
is killing it. And I'm glad I don't have to follow him.
And the clock keeper, Mr. White.
knocking it out of the park.
All right, number 1, Abbott looking to pass, dumps it off to Walker, makes a man
What
miss,
a
cuts it back
move.
across field. He's got another
What a
break.
move.
Get there.
And he ends up, was that Tyler? Tyler Henderson
yep.
tackles him, but not after a huge gain by Walker. I mean, he's a tough kid. He's fast. He's shifty. Just a great run by Walker for the Bulldogs. That will be a first down for the Bulldogs at their the Hornet 21-yard line.
Olivon coming out, Major Payne going in. Now we got Mason
That's
Siller.
Mason Siller, who got the what did he get at the?
Player of the week or
It was a hard hat. Work, like he put in the effort in the weight room and at practice. Coach Harrison
it was
gave him
so
some
loud
props.
in there. We couldn't hear what it was for.
Either way, he got
he got
recognized
an
for a
award.
good week.
Hey, the kid's an athlete. I wouldn't be surprised to see him put the same kind of pressure on right here. He's licking his chops.
He's looked. Oh, we got a flag. There's a lot of movement on the line. Ends up being false start against the Bulldogs, so it makes it 1st and 20.
Offside on the Bulldogs.
You know, I guess I kind of want to give a little shout out to a couple of the alumni. You know, you've talked about the senior class from last year, and I think it's impressive, and I'm proud that Bo Morrow, who is now going to be playing football for Sol Ross, and Trevin Kofel, who's going to be playing basketball for Sol Ross, are tuned in to watch these guys when they can't be here, and supporting them from 5 hours away. So
Right. I mean, the only thing I ask is they contribute a little bit and post some comments so we know what they're thinking at this point.
Yeah.
you would
Come
think,
on, you would think they would. I mean, when their one of the dads is on the
Not
broadcast
about,
here.
Not about us though.
Yeah, no comments about us. There was another tackle in the back. Oh, Mason Siller. He
it
was
is.
right there with a terrific tackle.
Future is bright.
Loss of about 2 on the play.
Maybe he's showing why he got the hard hat for the week.
yes,
It's going
sir.
to be timeout. Bulldogs. Just over a minute left in the first half. 42-0. Hornets up on the Bulldogs. And I'll be honest, this is an entertaining game. I've just enjoyed, and it's not just because of scoring. Watching the defense and just the big runs and the big plays on both sides of the field. The Bulldogs have started to really find something this last drive. But overall, it's just a very entertaining football game to watch. All right, well, we got
technical difficulties.
Sorry, I got to laughing at Chad and his faces.
Don't worry, we're still in a timeout. Nobody's running anything. Oh, there we go.
We're back on.
Minute 3 left in the half.
We made strides from one week to the next. Maybe we'll keep Chad from pushing buttons this following week.
Baby steps.
Well, at least
goodness.
I'm putting that up on the screen there, Trevin.
This guy.
You're gonna say, is this the broadcast or the football game?
This guy.
No.
Come on,
my son.
Hey, that's your offspring there, Coach.
Hey,
Could be better.
Go get in the weight room, number one.
Yeah, go shoot some shots.
I personally think that's a straight shot at Mr. Chad Kuntz, personally.
Whatever. That guy, he knows better than that.
We do appreciate the feedback, Trevin, so thank you very much for that. Pitch to Walker, looking to pass. Got some time. Mason's following him. A deep pass, but it's going to... that should have been picked off. Parker Pooh is going to regret that one. That just bounced right off the number 2 on his chest. That's a tough one for him. I know he's upset, but so Bulldogs will retain possession.
So some things I like to see, and the coach's mind coming out in me. Stiller comes off the field. You know, he puts some pressure on him. Stiller comes off the field. T. Hendy walks down the field about 10 yards to go to him and give him 5 and tell him good job. That's what a good football team is all about right there.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, the interview with Wyatt Morris and Tyler and Coach, but it was more the boys that talked about it. A big part of it was how they are sticking together and how they're not jumping on them for every little mistake. You know, they're just being great leaders, and just I couldn't be more proud of that.
You bet.
It's going to be 4th down and about 19-yard line or 19 yards for the Bulldogs.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
34 seconds left in this half. Now, I appreciate this comment, Rye, because we have been 11-man for a while, as long as I have known it. My parents, my dad played 6-man for Irion County, but all I've known is 11-man. So as soon as we got 6-man coming back, you want to talk about exciting. I mean, you're not getting a lot of 3 to 6 ball games. You're getting some high flying, lots of touchdowns. It's just a different ball game. And I, for one, have been just thrilled to have it. And it also brought Mr. Don Caffell over here to West Texas with us. So we're thrilled with everything that's come with the 6-man football game.
After that comment from 1-1, though, thrilled to have Coach Caffell. I don't know about 1-1, that guy. Let's go back to Saul Ross and go to sleep or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't have a choice. Trevin just happened to be baggage along with Caffell that we got. But, I mean, it worked out a little bit.
It did.
Nervous wreck when he
Updated score. Westbrook 46, Jonesboro 6.
Big 4th down for the Bulldogs. Like I said, just over 30 seconds left. They don't want to give the Hornets ball back. Number 6, he's going to take off his own, but didn't have anywhere to go. That was like Keegan Wadsworth, the wrecker, and Colton Lightning Laudermilk in the backfield. So Hornets will take over with 27 seconds left. They'll have it on the 26-yard line of the Bulldogs. I mean, it was a good effort by Walker, number 6, but I mean, he had 2 guys just barreling down on him, Coach.
Yeah, you know, and that darn wrecker Wadsworth, he is just virtually impossible to block in the open field. If he has any room in front of him, it's tough.
Who we have throwing here? We got Crutchy.
Daniel Crutchfield.
Okay. That was a terrific pass, terrific route. I will be the first to say ref got in the way. We had 12. Who was that? His brother. He was throwing it to James.
Yes.
That was Daniel throwing it to James. Brother to brother. Ref got right in the way of the route. Stopped it. It was a terrific route, terrific pass. That's
Yeah, it
just
was.
tough that didn't work out for the boys.
Second down.
Our ref helped us out a little bit there.
All right, we got Daniel looking to pass
Coming at him
again.
again.
Oh, he's throwing it deep. Oh, just off the hands of Mason Siller. A little short, but he had a bulldog right in his face. Who is that? Number 13? Oh, no, I don't think there's a 13.
15.
I'm trying to see who that was for the bulldog. Oh, number 10. That was Pacina in the backfield. Giving Daniel a hard time on that pass. But, Coach, they're getting these younger boys in here to get some playing time.
Absolutely. At center, we have Luke McDonald, Mason Siller at left end, Jack Rose at the right end, Daniel Crutchfield at the quarterback, and it looks like Grady Jackson at the tailback.
Bobble snap, but jumps on it. So it will be 4th and about 14, 15 yards for the Hornets. And let's see if the clock runs out here. If anybody's going to call a timeout or they're just going to let it run down. 6 seconds left.
4th down and 15 for the Hornets.
3, 2, 1. Looks like they're going to try to get a playoff, but if you had anybody but Mr. White running the clock, there might have been a buzzer going on that time, but didn't happen. So they got the playoff, but the ref noticed the time and decided to blow the whistle. So that is halftime in the first half. Hornets up 42-0 against the Bulldogs. As mentioned, we got the Mighty Hornet Band out there. We're going to try to get one of us to go down there with a mic because we are in the press box, so you're not going to hear it so well. But we're going to try to get our viewers to hear the great band playing. So I'll shut up, be quiet, and we'll just listen to the band play.
I mean, there's just 1,000 more people that way.
All right, we got Coach Caffell. Decided to go down there on the field and get some good sound. Please give us any feedback. Make sure, I don't know how it's going to sound, to be honest, because hopefully he doesn't go out of range of our mic, but should be good to go, and let us know how the band's sounding. For one, excited to see. Like I said, it's going to be Queen. A little bit Queen action. I don't know what else. I just know at least one Queen song. But they always surprise us. Band director, Mr. Tillman, just an expert at everything he does. We've had so much success over the. How long is he? I mean, he was here before I came back. How long has Mr. Tillman been here?
Ooh, man, I'm trying to. Let me think. Hang on. I mean, it got to be over 10 years. Because I've been here for 15 or 16, and I'm pretty sure he was pretty close to that.
Well, we're about to hear him.
It's just amazing how many kids he has every single year in the band. I'm talking all the way from when he starts them on the the recorders. It bothers me at home. I'm just saying that them kids playing at home, it bothers me. But I'm proud to know that they're actually getting into it at that age. So
absolutely, and this is a small school. I mean, we're 1A guys, so you're gonna see a lot of cheerleaders. There might be a couple of football players out there in their jersey. I see Grady Jackson. I see a Crutchfield. I see Major Connor over there. I see a lot of cheerleaders. That's just the way it works for a small town. You got to do a double, triple duty sometimes. All right, I'll be quiet, and I don't know when Coach is turning on his stuff, so hopefully it sounds good.
should I zoom out?
The drum majors for the Hornet Band are Melanie Rainey and Major Connor. Tonight, the band presents the opener of their UIL contest show titled Rhapsody, a musical mashup of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody and George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue. And now, the Irion County Hornet Band. One, two,
By the Hornet Band at halftime.
All right, we're back at it. Hope everybody enjoyed that halftime show by the Hornet Band. They sounded terrific to us up here. I know they don't get the full show in yet at this early in the season, but what they had sounded terrific. So I'm already looking forward to it.
About not being able to play
So getting the second half started, Hornets will receive. They did defer the kickoff at the coin flip. Once again, they're up 42-0 against the Bulldogs. Looks like we got deep to catch the kickoff.
Yep.
So did y'all get to hear the Hornet Band, Coach? What did you think of them?
Oh,
Out of bounds.
Maybe they'll spot it where it went out.
See what the call is here, but probably going to the 30-yard line.
yep.
Like the last kick that went out of bounds.
I can tell.
And how about a big shout out to our cameraman, Chad Kuntz? He has been on it today. Every now and then he pushes the wrong button, but other than that, I thought he's been spectacular.
You know, every once in a while the camera lags behind, and that's purely just because of the shout-outs. Shout-outs and the plugs for sponsors, so, you know, we have to make sure and get everybody included.
Well, just so everybody knows, 6-man rules, Hornets score on this drive. That will end the ball game. Oh, a pitch backwards. Did not hit the mark, but Wyatt Morris going to make the most of it. Picks it up. It's going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3 or 2 yards on the play, but that could have been a lot worse. It was a great pickup by Wyatt. Move forward. It will be 2nd and 17 for the Hornets.
Yeah, and they were sure trying to strip that ball from him. He did a good job covering it up there, right there at the end too. So.
It looks like Harrison's got the starters wanting to finish this off. Yeah, Parker.
Yep, high
Fullback.
formation.
We got a pitch to Wyatt Morris, cuts it inside, back across the field, makes a guy miss. Still going. Still. 21 going to catch him? No, he pushes through. That is the weight room, guys. I don't see a flag on the field. That is a touchdown, Hornets. And that will be your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Just a terrific run. I mean, he had somebody right there with him.
Money Morris.
All the way. He had a couple of people yanking on his penguin tails there, but he just ran right through it and just pushed through, scored that final touchdown for the Hornets. So that will be the ball game. Hornets win 48-0 against the Bulldogs. Just a great comeback win. I know they had a tough loss last week, but you can tell it didn't hurt their spirits at all, Coach.
Not at all. They were, boy, they looked sharp tonight. Very, very pleased. Now they got an extra day to heal up, get ready for Roby next week.
Absolutely. And once again, guys, thank you everybody for tuning in, everybody for commenting, giving us feedback. Please, we just welcome it. But thanks again for tuning in to IC Buzz. And we will see you next week. All right, everybody have a great day. Thank you. God bless.